All right, here we go. I think. Maybe. Okay, I don't know how we're gonna make this happen, but I'm hoping we can manage to make this extremely remote rock a tourist hotspot, because apparently that's what we're currently working on with drawing a crowd. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our adventures here in 2 Point Museum, where I have been kicked out of our 2 Pebble aquarium for just a little while, so that we can go ahead and try to figure out how the marketing works in our ever-growing franchise attempts to finally manage to get enough buzz over some of our tropical fish that I can climb the topless mountain, which is not what it sounds like. It's just a mountain that has no top because it disappears into the clouds. But still. 2 Point artist Zara Fitzpocket is used to opening art shows all over the county to packed crowds, but this new exhibition on a rock in the desert is going to be a stretch. Show that with the right marketing, no location is too remote for a hit museum. This exhibit will score total guest buzz. Good luck! So, if we want to complete the challenge, we need at least 30,000 guest buzz, but if we get up to 80,000, then everyone will be very excited. So let's figure out what we have here. Remote rock. Hello, I'm Zara, and welcome to the remote rock. Isn't it stinking? Isn't it funny? Striking, even. I was looking at some of the stinkhorn flowers. Isn't it funny? Isn't it a wonderfully strange location? Unfortunately, I forgot to send out invitations to the exhibition again, making the location strange but not so wonderful. Build a marketing office and get the word out. The exhibition will be running for a year, and I can't have failure on my hands. Not again. All right, let's go. So we're gonna build this room ASAP. Let's see. So it looks like this place is huge. And we're gonna build this, and we're gonna get this down, because we know that we're gonna be booted out of here after a year, and then this artistic inspiration is going to be swapped out pretty fast. You've built a marketing office. Fabulous. Use marketing to attract guests to the museums or boost their buzz. Campaigns have a range of effects, but I'll leave the decisions up to you. You need to employ qualified assistants to run marketing campaigns. As a thanks for leading the exhibition, you'll receive a perk for each bonus objective you complete. The guests will be here soon, hopefully. Okay, so the marketing office will have some of our assistants. Basically, like, you know, the junior assistant that you toss the cell phone to, and you're like, yes, run the Insta clicks, the Insta snaps, whatever the thing currently is. That's it's not tweeting anymore, is it? You know, that kind of thing. In a marketing office, assistants can run powerful marketing campaigns to boost different facets of the museum. Guest marketing campaigns allow you to attract more guests to the museum, as well as target guests with particular interest. Run campaigns for exhibits, themes, or subcategories to create additional buzz around the museum. Okay, got it. So first things first, let's go ahead and make sure that we move quickly. Here we go. We're not going to name these people after our patrons, because they're only hired for a brief moment. And so that's ticket booth. Marketing office is going to be your sole job, friend. But I will hire a few more assistants really quickly. Do we have a new applicant? Dry mouth, gluttonous, hunger develops faster. Neither of those are going to be super helpful. We're going to be really thorough about this. And then the general buzz for this whole place is kind of like dubious, to say the very least. A buzz perk, install it on one of the exhibits to create buzz. And we're not going to peek too much on like all of the other really fascinating things that I really wish we could kind of peek at, because I don't want to spoil us on some of the, let's do, how about, okay, don't peek Siri. Just what can I install this thing on? All right, let's do a buzz boost. And then I think there was something that had like a buzz boost with okay, don't peek, buzz and duration boost, which I probably should have looked at a little closer. And we need to restore 3 exhibits, which it looks like some of our staff has done. And then we need to earn $1,000 from tours, which absolutely sounds like a great idea. So let's get a matching color in here for a fun tour that we can have somebody run. And let's have the tour set up. Let's see. Hopefully we can have some decent buzz for some of these things. All right, that doesn't apparently count. Okay, is that too long? Does that not have, okay, average quality, total buzz. What about over here? Ooh, okay, so some of these things really have a negative effect on the buzz, it seems. Ooh, wow. Okay, let's try just this tour for now. And okay, it looks like we do have somebody who can go ahead and work the tour. And I wonder, this interactive display seems like it should really impress people, but it doesn't have the impressive qualities people apparently want to see. Maybe we can make it look a little creepier with, it's not the right kind of decoration, but maybe we can get some of these like columns kind of tossed in just to start increasing the decoration a little bit, because without the increase of decoration, people aren't going to be that interested. Ooh, this light bulb statue is actually super useful, and it looks super creepy, like something you would expect to see at a place like this. And then the interactive display seems to be going up. Always trusty, dusty, hopefully not very dusty. Plant tossed in there. Okay, we've got at least that thing in the center that people will enjoy. We've got that up. And then this one, an expert is required. Can I get somebody over here who can manage that? Who can do tours? Do I have to have them trained in tours first? Oh, dang it. All right, we got to train somebody in tours. Okay. And also this place is like way too big, I think. Let's see, tour guideline. And then I'm going to make sure that we have some, do we have a botanist? Yes, I'm going to make sure that we're training our botanist and the other staff that are here temporarily in doing tours, because I think that that's probably the most important things they can work on. And then we're going to possibly train in marketing for Ellen Poplar here. I'm not sure if that's going to be super helpful since we only have a year, or if we should be focusing more on taking care of like making this place a little bit smaller. This is really, what is going on here? No wonder nobody wants to like the leftovers from Bungle's departure. I wonder who Bungle was. I don't know, but I'm gonna make sure that like we can try to make this look a little more interesting. I feel like this whole area just needs completely revamped because it's so like, oh wait, these were supernatural encounters. Oh, dang it, I should have moved it around a little. I didn't know that those were supernatural things. Ah, well, maybe can I copy it? Darn it, I can't copy it because we haven't found out what that is yet. Does this count? No, see, but the boxes don't count. Interesting. The abandoned coat stand does though, which sounds kind of awesome. And then there's some stacked chairs that count as supernatural decorations as well. Very awesome. Maybe we'll put those over in the corner here. This place is definitely way too big though. So I think we're gonna move our prehistory stuff out of the way. And then let's assign a specific exhibit area for the marketing to start on so that we can kind of get that going. And we're going to like shrink down some of these rooms too, because they're way too big. Way too big. All right, let's see. And we'll get the buzz hopefully going over here. Maybe we'll get a botany tour going in just a moment, just to make sure that that really helps to increase buzz. And can I get the building itself? We're gonna do a little of this. Like so. Like so. Can I not go ahead and fix invalid items? Will you not let me get rid of the building over there? Okay, so I can't get rid of that part, but I bet we can at least close it off because we don't need people in there. There we go. All right, that's just way too big. Don't need to worry about that. And then let's see. I think does the staff, do I just need an expert over here? I should have like Angela. Maybe that it was just in the wrong spot. All right, so let's go ahead and we're only going to do tours here for Supernatural, by the way. And then let's check in. I think hopefully we're making some profit. And then let's run a marketing campaign. So the marketing campaigns. I could have sworn I finally figured out finances. I had no idea that's where there's scholarships? Or I mean sponsorships? Maybe we haven't had that before. There's so much to still discover. I love that. Oh my word. Okay, hang on. So if I don't want to sell the item. I want to figure out, there's my enlightenment, there's my inventory, there's my staff, there's the guest. Here. All right, for a couple of months now, I've been saying, boy, it'd be really nice if I had zones. I had zones the whole time. I thought I had to unlock zones. I want to reassure you guys. There's a part of my soul that's feeling it right now. Just to let you know, I truly am sorry that I haven't figured that out until now. Let's run a supernatural elaborate campaign on the supernatural stuff because we have been working hard on it. Guests attracted through marketing. Marketing campaigns complete. We need to earn bonus money from tours, which I think, yes, we just managed, so we can get a buzz bonus perk. Oh my gosh, we're gonna add that to the Ghostbuster. We need to get some kids. We need to attract guests through marketing. We need to train a staff member. Boy, do I ever have good news for these people. That's totally what I'm trying to do. And we're absolutely going to make like a new hallway if I can. Over here, will it let me connect up these zones, please? Okay, good. So I can do that. And I'm gonna make it so that we're not like, no, I don't want to sell the whole building. I just don't want the staff to travel down this way anymore. It's just excessive. We don't need it. Oh my gosh, thank goodness. Okay. So hang on. We're gonna start selling these boxes. There we go. Excellent. We're gonna move some of these knowledge things around. There we go. Taking care not to peek. You guys can peek, but I'm gonna try my best not to peek. I'm having a moment about the whole like, the whole time we could have made the whole time. This is why these challenges are very good for us, I suppose. They're helping me discover new sides of myself that we all already knew I had, like the ability to not notice something kind of important and obvious because yeah, that's fine. Let's go ahead. We're gonna move this and then we're gonna rescue that staff employee in just a moment here. There we go. Okay, fix invalid items. Is it this thing that you need me to move? Okay, and then let me sell these, please. Okay, there we go. All right, and I'm gonna grab our junior guy right there. Okay, and we need some donation bins on it. So let's make sure we need more donation bins scattered about. And then let's get down a couple more tours so that we can have a really fun botany tour over here. The horns, I'm gonna admit, that does kind of present a little bit of a problem because people get a little bit nauseous being near the giant stinkhorn things, but it happens. Oh, let's see. And then let me go ahead and put this one down. We're going to make it green very, very quickly because again, we only have so much time to work with this artist here. And there we go. And then let's do a tour, maybe starting over at the folding trap going over here, we will avoid. And then we're just gonna do a little loop. That should be good, because we're gonna avoid the stinky guys. The quality will have to just be what it is. And we'll make sure that it's just botany. Well, if anybody, I mean, specialization should probably be botany, right? Like Lionel, do you want to come and do this? All right, we're still gaining at least a little bit of money. That's fine, because I think we can still potentially, I have plenty of museum we don't need. It's like a bonsai tree, okay? Just think of it all as like a bonsai tree that I'm just trimming away some of the excess that could be plants. It's not plants, and I have opinions about that, but it could be. I think we will go ahead and put down a cafeteria though, because I think it's going to be kind of important for the staff to have a place to eat. We're going to sell that. We'll open this whole thing up over here, add that, so it's kind of gigantic and open. But you know what? Modern art requires... modern art is open to interpretations often, and I'm sure this will be fine, in other words. And then let's see, we'll put an entrance to the cafeteria over here, and over here, and over here, and then we'll get down somebody to do trays. I know this is really messy, but remember, this artist only has rented this exhibition space for a brief period of time. Once they leave, that's just going to be how the cookies are crumbling, because I think now that I'm actually doing this mostly because at first I was just going to feed everybody, but I just remembered, wait a second, we do get more buzz if we're able to like feed people certain foods. You do actually get more buzz. That wasn't the reason that I started this cafeteria. It was actually just because I realized we'd probably be better off making sure that people are getting a little bit of food. Coffee can increase happiness. Welcome, friend. I'm just gonna have you do any job you can, and then let's come over. And toilet terror, no thank you. Robust, sure. You come on in. You start working too. And then let me see. I think our marketing thing is going okay. If can I have two? You cannot have two marketing rooms. That's interesting to me. What if I have a second marketing room, like maybe it's like a little personal office for each person dedicated to helping us out with marketing. Oh, maybe that's how I should be thinking about the security room too, is like as personal offices. Do we have another assistant that can do marketing? Let's see. So Bert here, we could hire, but I don't think he is who we're looking for at the moment. Guest buzz is going up, but we're running out of days. Guest attracted through marketing. Do I need a better marketer? Do I need to change my marketing schemes? All right, let's see. Maybe do I have campaigns going? I think the campaign already ended and I haven't had more going. All right, let's try a elaborate man-eating plant campaign. And then, aha! So you pay attention to how quickly it goes by, and at the end, you probably want to just keep them constantly and consistently going. And you can, I think, have more than one person do marketing. I'm going to train this person in marketing. I think that'll go pretty quickly. Then we should have the ability to maybe do 2 campaigns. Oh my gosh, you can have 2 campaigns. You just need to have everybody assigned to like different rooms. That's wildly cool. All right, so what about working inside of upgrading this room? We can have a staff notice board, which I think just does the decoration, but things, oh, wait, I can have these just with the kudosh, and oh, okay, so plushie boxes, okay, that's adorable. And then there's marketing shelves, and then there's the marketing calendar, but what I was really looking for is stuff like the planning board. Haha, look at all the things we're learning from trying to tackle this challenge. And the idea board, which we'll put down in here. And that will hopefully help out with being able, we also need a plant, like I cannot force somebody to work in any of our even temporary establishments out in the middle of nowhere without some plants. Like, you gotta have at least a couple. So we'll put those down. I really wish we had more decorations for like just general things, but I'm sure that will come with time. And then let's come over here, and I think we need to attract like kids to the campaigns. So we can target family campaign, and we can try that out to see if we can specifically attract child guests. The buzz we need to generate is still like, we need a lot. We really need a lot. Okay, let's see. And then guests are getting some food. I think we're starting to generate some buzz. And then let's see what the cafeteria. We're gonna pay our employees better, and we're going to change the food. Bone broth. I don't care about the cookie dough. We want the green salad to increase some buzz. I know it's just a little bit of buzz, but I'm discovering any way we can. The atomic pasta. Ooh, we got a buzz boost. The ghost pepper chili. So you could have, let's see, green salad and bone broth, ghost pepper chili. Let's actually have atomic paste. So green smoothie, atomic paste, or ghost pepper chili. We're actually going to make really cheap food for the cafeteria so that people will hopefully come and eat a lot of it. I guess that means we could have a free staff cafeteria if I had it assigned to only allow staff in here, because you can make it so that only staff can come in. And then we could have a staff cafeteria where the food is free and probably a lot more filling than just having the brief snacks that they have had. That would be wonderful. All right, so sell 10 tickets, attract 15 guests through marketing, admit 10 child guests. That's all great, except for the fact that I don't know if we're gonna attract enough buzz. I think bringing together, okay, let's get the decorations up to make sure. Buzz goes up for guests when they've got well-decorated zones they can enjoy. And if we're not able to complete this in time, that will teach us something about what we need to do in the future to move faster and to learn more about buzz. Could we pause? Yes. Are we going to? Absolutely not. Why would we do that, friends? Why would we do that when... Okay, there's a hanging anchor. Didn't know that. But we could, but then it wouldn't make it a fun challenge where you also get to see me steadily like lose my marbles as we're trying and trying and trying to make this happen. I think decorating is so much more important for generating buzz than I have really given credit to before. And now I will give it lots of credit, all of the credit, so much credit. I'm hoping that we're getting there with the guest buzz as time is like steadily going down, but okay, let's see. I think there's a room in here. We don't have a lot of knowledge about things. There are buzz boosts we could be installing though. Okay, let's get the buzz boost down. I should probably be installing those on basically everything. Oh, and actually, let's see what brings in the most buzz right now. See? I'm learning so many ways where it would be a good idea to go ahead, and it would be a very, very good idea to double check like what has buzz, what doesn't have buzz, think about how to add more buzz, like the fact that this area doesn't have a lot of buzz because the exhibits are average, but could we push past that by saying, oh, but is it average if we add, I mean, we could just put down some planters, which wouldn't really, that's not really spooky. Maybe the metal trellis would help a little. And then we've got well, maybe I could, okay, can't add a buzz boost to that. We can put one on a haunted toilet. I was trying not to peek, but that definitely gave me a little bit of a moment of kind of like double guessing myself. Like, wait, what? A haunted toilet? Maybe one of those like boggy men didn't make it out from their thievery. And so it's a haunted toilet because somebody just didn't happen to make it, friends, which sounds a lot spookier now that I said that out loud than I meant. And then we're going to not peek at whatever that was. Do I just need to start like putting the early access Sonic the Hedgehog stuff everywhere and just trusting in a fandom to like carry us through? I'm also going to put a bunch of these very expensive, great idea statues around because I think that they could definitely count in a supernatural haunted zone. They scare me. And I think we can have some large marketing squares under a few more things. That seems to help a little bit. The potted tulip. Ooh, black tulips, of course. Think about how creepy that looks. That's helping a little bit with the decoration buzz. The problem is that it doesn't have anything to do with the supernatural because we don't have anything about the supernatural just yet. Oh, dang. I guess we could try like lava statues at the back. Would that help? Apparently it would. This is why you shouldn't question things. Because apparently having some fascinating lava statues just tucked into the corner actually does help with the buzz that everybody feels. I guess dodging lava would make me feel like, you know, this place does have a little bit more buzz going for it than I was expecting. We've got 20 days left. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, let's see. Put down a couple for those. Maybe I can add in for no more buzz bonuses. Oh, I haven't been running the marketing campaigns nonstop. All right, that's it. We only have a little bit to do some marketing campaigns. Let's do another elaborate supernatural. And then level 3 of something over here, which is really cool. And can I start a marketing campaign for our botany? And I should have had those as repeating until I changed my mind and wanted to add in more. I think with 9 days left, we have actually managed though to go ahead and we have managed to generate a lot of random exhibits that we can put some buzz perks on. And we have managed to get to silver. I'm so happy. I wonder if we'll unlock what was bronze as well from doing that. And also, we just learned a lot. I learned that there are actually ways to go ahead and set zones for so many things. I do think we unlocked both things as well too. So we now have a beanbag and we have a heated wax lamp, both of which we will check out. That was just barely silver. And we're just going to take a peek at what gold could have been after. I feel like that was almost like a interactive living art exhibition that the artist had us run so that we could go ahead and experience the thrill of what it would feel like to really have to push ourselves to accomplish one of those challenges. All right. And 80,000 would be gold, which we can try again. Not this time, because I am ready to return and take the knowledge we have gained with us back to our other museums, keeping a very close eye on Bungle Wasteland, which I do plan on going to very, very soon here. But now I'm also curious about the Plywood Island Explorer exhibition, because there's a good chance the things we just snagged might be exceptionally helpful for building up even stronger, better, and more beautiful museums. And I just want to make sure that we're not missing out on that before we dive into a brand new, groundbreaking oasis. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.